guys, I am Rohit and I am gonna show you the ultimate face-off, that is iPhone 5s versus OnePlus X. So we'll start it up with the boot. The two phones are pretty fast and quick, but the latest which is launched in 2015 is OnePlus X, and compared to it the iPhone 5 has launched 2 years back, which is 2013 or 14, but still the iPhone was a huge hit because of its branded Apple. So if you're gonna buy, please make sure you have good money. So both phones have been booted up, and the first one to boot was Apple, but we didn't. So let's start. We unlock the phones. So the basic difference between both of the phone is the size. Here the phone is of 5-inch, and our 5S is of 4-inch, but as you can see the design in both the phones is pretty same, and everyone wants to copy the Apple the Great. So the downsize will tell you that both are same, because one is the speaker and one is the mic. So that was from the downside. The upside is the 3.5mm jack, and Apple's 3.5mm jack was down, so that was it. And the volume keys are on the opposite sides. So here is the volume rocker keys, here is the silent and the ringer button, where in OnePlus X you have got the alert slider, which is a copy of Apple, but pretty good thing in Google. So let us show you the features of the phone. So first we're gonna start is the app speed. So let us start first WhatsApp.
What's upside? No, click, just click. Click on the.
So now the both So guys, we were testing the speed of the apps, so let's start the WhatsApp first. The loading of the iPhone 5 makes it lag a little bit, so let's restart it. Yeah, so you can see the speed is pretty equal in both of the phones. So Android and iOS are pretty optimized. So let's now start for Facebook. Oops, mine is asking for credentials, but it's okay, we'll test it otherwise. Let's restart them. So as you can see, the speed is pretty equal in both of the phones. So both phones are speedy, but one thing I might gonna tell you, that the battery backup of iPhone 5 is lower than that of OnePlus X. So if you want a battery, so go for OnePlus X, but the brand of the Apple tells you all that it is a great phone, and we have made a photo comparison. So let's move on to the photos. Let me open them. So we will move on to the first photo. So as you can see in the first photo, the clarity of Apple is good, but the color is pretty much good in the OnePlus X. So if you're gonna need a camera, you can go for OnePlus X. Now we'll test the zoom. The zoom is pretty limited up to this mark of Apple. So if you are a big fan of zoom, you can go for OnePlus X. in the camera matters, I think the quality of iPhone is good, but the colors are more sharp in the OnePlus X. So we'll move on to the next image. This image is of my CPU. This image is pretty much good, but as you can see, the colors are more red in the OnePlus X, but the quality is good in iPhone, so you can just hit any phone you like. So we'll move on to next image. So this is the menu keychain. So yeah, here also you can see the color is pretty good in your OnePlus X, but the photo looks natural in iPhone 5s. The camera is pretty good of OnePlus also. So the zoom is pretty limited in iPhone, so that might be a setback of the camera. So let's move on to the next image, which is a peacock's feather. Here also you can see the colors are pretty vivid in the OnePlus X, but the natural quality is maintained in iPhone. So the status of our iPhone is pretty maintained, so you can just buy any of the phones, and both phones are pretty good. So now let's move on to the settings of both the phones. So let's move on. Here is the Android setting, and you might find on the drawer. So first is the airplane mode and Wi-Fi, and OnePlus X has got a pretty good customization where you can just switch it to dark or light mode. So yeah, but I prefer the dark mode, so you can enjoy good themes in OnePlus X. So here are the basic things: notification, do not disturb button, gestures. You have got the assistive touch and also the fingerprint touch in iPhone 5s, but you did not got that in OnePlus X. So if you want a fingerprint, you can go for iPhone. And the internal of iPhone is this iPhone is 16 GB, and also OnePlus X is 16 GB, but due to the 64 GB SD card, the phone is works pretty good, and you can see the glossy finish on the end of the phone. And as I told you, the OnePlus X is pretty much slimmer than the Apple 5s, but not by that mark. Both are pretty slim phone, and iPhone is pretty handy for one-handed use. So you might wanna buy iPhone for 22,000 or 23,000, but you can get OnePlus X for 15 or 15 to 17,000. So that depends on the offers. And now I think this ends our test. So the last test I'm gonna show is the camera test of front camera. So as you can see, we both are recording here, but image in the OnePlus X is pretty good. So but also iPhone gives you a good realistic look, so you might gonna buy iPhone because of its clarity, but OnePlus X is not lagging behind, so you can also choose it. So yeah, that is that. And the one thing I left for you to show is that both got various of controls, because you get here is the slow motion, and also in the OnePlus X you get the slow motion, but we can also compare it. So I'm gonna just compare it. Here is my favorite car, so I'm just gonna record it. I don't think it's gonna come good, so skip it, we'll do it later on. But you can see there are a lot of customization in Android Lollipop, and the iOS 9.2.1 is also pretty good. So you can just choose over any of the phone you want, but just make sure your money pays off. And as I already show you, the apps are pretty optimized for iOS and Android. So, and also the camera is good of both phones, you can just choose any of it. So I'm gonna say goodbye to you, and stay tuned, stay subscribed. Thank you guys.